Another important tool is the mirror tool, which will create a mirror image of the objects you have selected across an axis that you can pick. So for example, if you have these two trusses and you want to mirror them to the other side of the stage, which is a pretty common use case for the mirror tool, we can select those objects, we can grab the mirror tool, we'll click once on this line here, which divides our stage in half. You can see that it's marked 0 on VectorWorks on the measuring stick. We can click once on that line, we can click again on that line, and it will create the mirrored image of those objects across this line. You could do the same thing, but if you don't want it to be exactly there, you want to mirror them like that, you can select a different point, but most of the time you're just going to want to use this line, which divides our stage in half. Another time I will use it is to just continue to add truss along here. So I'll take this and I'll mirror them along here. It's pretty important to be very exact with VectorWorks because we are doing exact measurements and trying to be as precise as possible. And so sometimes we can be quick and things won't be perfect. For example, if I have this truss selected and I go to this mirror tool and I mirror it, along this line, looks about right. Seems pretty good. But if you actually go in here, you can see that these fixtures, these truss, are overlapping. And so we just need to be super precise about where we're placing objects, where we're snapping objects to. This is how we actually want it to look, is just totally flush with this next truss here. They do have these things called magnets, in which they will snap to each other within VectorWorks. Truss don't have magnets in real life like that. And so these actually will overlap a little bit because of their magnets. You can see those if you go into a different visualization, including shading. You can see these magnets, and so the green will match up with the white, and then it will be the reverse on each side. And so those are matching up like that. But if you look at it from a top view, they actually overlap a little bit. So again, it's just important to be very precise when using VectorWorks. If we want this picture to be in the middle of our stage, if I have this shifted over to the right a little bit and you zoom out, it looks like it's right in the middle of the stage, right? But we just want to be exact, and so we can go in here and say 0 on the x-axis, and it will make it exactly in the middle of the stage. Same thing with this. If this was actually at 15 feet 2 inches, it looks about like it's in line with this one. It's pretty close, but it isn't, and that will become important. So we can say 15 feet exactly, and we can say 15 feet exactly.